in any situation. I've had situations where I had to check my own friends for saying things out of pocket to other people. A college friend was disrespectful to a waitress in a restaurant, and I was just like, I literally jacked him up, and was like, because he literally made her cry. And I remember jacking him up, going, if you ever do that in front of me again, I'm going to break your jaw. Because, again, I'm big on respect towards everybody.
Oh, man. I completely concur with that way of life. You know, my dad was an ass. He was very big on respect. I was, from the time I could talk, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know, don't walk on them people's yard. I mean, it was everything from day one, Shelton. And so if I was in that same situation, a friend of mine disrespect the waitress, he probably would have had to apologize right there on the spot. You know, I'm an old motherfucker, but I don't play that shit. So, like I said, back to the little bit of edge I think I could bring to the show. See, if you walk out, I mean, when you're on your way to the ring, everybody in the first row, everybody sitting on the front row, just slap them. Just slap all the way till you get in the ring.
Now you trying to get the man sued.
Now, hey, look, they gonna know when Shelton Benjamin show up. If you sitting on the front row, you asking for him. I'm gonna tell them. I'm saying, look, bring your slapping cap on or something, because Shelton's coming.
You know, we can definitely do that in Japan. I got one of my buddies I work with, Last Archer. Like, when he comes to the ring in Japan, he has a bottle of water. He's spitting in everyone's face the whole time.
Yeah, and they know it. Oh my goodness.
So let me ask you about that. So I know you work for New Japan, and I've always heard how different the crowds are in Japan compared to here in the States. Can you give me what's the difference? Do they look at wrestling totally different than we look at it here in the States? Because I noticed there's a lot of times they're very quiet sometimes. Is that just the norm over there?
Okay, so originally they were the Japanese people at least my understanding of it was, they look at pro wrestling like you or I would look at going to the opera.
Okay.
So when they're very quiet, it's not because they're not interested, it's because they're watching, they're paying attention, they actually get into the moves and nuance and everything else. So when you do a spot, whatever, and then you'll notice they'll go back to watching. So they're 100% invested. It's just they look at it like, at the time they look at it like an opera. Now as they have gotten more westernized as far as reaction goes, they understand that us as Americans, we want that constant feedback. We want that constant interaction. So over time, they morphed into more of an American style reactions to it. So they're cheering because they know we like the cheers and things like that. But they're definitely into it. But again, they're basically respecting your craft. They're allowing you to work. In their heads, they think we're being quiet so you can, much like if you went to watch professional golf. And so again, and this is why I love Japan, it's all about respect. Japan is a huge respect company. And yeah, when I go there, they really make you appreciate when you do a good job, they really make you appreciate it. But yeah, they're definitely into it. So don't let that quiet fool you.